I always thought my basement was just a quiet place for solitude, but the night my mural started changing was the night my perception changed forever. It all began innocently enough when I painted a serene landscape, hoping to brighten the dim cellar with a splash of color. But as days turned to nights, the mural took on a life of its own, morphing under the cover of darkness into scenes that seemed to foretell my demise. What started as a picturesque forest transformed into a haunting depiction of a twisted path with no end in sight, leading me to question my sanity. Little did I know, each brushstroke held a secret I was never meant to uncover. Intrigued and terrified, I began documenting the mural's nightly changes, hoping to understand what was happening. Each evening, the painting grew darker and more menacing, revealing grotesque images of figures lurking in the shadows, their hollow eyes fixated on me. I could feel them watching even when I wasn't in the basement. One night, the scene evolved into a mirror image of my own living room, but it was wrong, distorted and warped, with a sinister figure standing at the window, peering in. My heart raced as I realized this was no ordinary painting, it was a window into something far more sinister. The turning point came when I noticed a new addition to the mural, a chilling reflection of myself, trapped within its confines, screaming silently for help. Each night, the figure drew closer to an ominous pit at the mural's center, a pit that seemed to devour the light around it. Desperate, I tried to cover it with fresh paint, but it was as though the mural had a will of its own, rejecting my attempts to erase it. The more I painted, the more vivid and terrifying the images became, as if mocking my efforts to escape my fate. In a final act of defiance, I decided to stay in the basement overnight, hoping to confront whatever force was altering my creation. As midnight struck, the mural shifted before my eyes, the pit growing larger until it seemed ready to consume the entire room. Suddenly, the painted version of myself reached out from the wall, its hand cold and clammy against mine. Paralyzed with fear, I watched as it dragged me into the mural's depths, the world around me dissolving into darkness. My screams were swallowed by the void, leaving only the echo of my fate painted on the wall for the next unsuspecting soul to find.